Benjamin at Work, Episode 5. The forces are mutual, or I have an ellipse fetish. Mutual forces, the new business. Mutual forces. They are all around us. They are within us. They are doing things in our lives that we do not even suspect are going on. Mutual forces are important to me too. They occupy my thoughts. Why is this? Because mutual forces are one of the biggest obstacles that we need to overcome in order to design the translational oscillator. If you have not heard of this propulsion technique, I have placed many videos on my website, and I have also placed videos on YouTube about this. They are easily found. But this translational oscillator propulsion technique is haunted and bewildered by the necessary existence of mutual forces within the processes that makes it work. Mutual forces are more than just a thing. For translational oscillators, mutual forces are everything, for without their presence, this technique would not even exist. Why are they such a bewildering problem? Because human beings are not normally exposed to cyclic mutual forces and accelerations unless they are doing something for fun. But space travel is not all fun. These propulsion systems must do serious work, and people must be able to use them without discomfort or bringing harm to the users. And that is why I must struggle to overcome the effects of mutual forces. A typical illustration of the problem that exists with mutual forces within a translational oscillator is that the forces are always going in opposite directions. Here is an illustration of the equations that describe the force between two consecutive stages in a translational oscillator. They are labeled with the numbers 1 and 2. The force that is acting on stage 1 is opposite in direction of the force that is acting on stage 2. That is why the equation is written as F1 equals minus F2. The minus sign indicates that they're going in opposite directions, since these are vectorial quantities we are talking about. And if the forces are going in opposite directions, then the mass time acceleration are also going in opposite directions. The Newtonian equations indicate that the forces cause opposite mass accelerations. And since there are no negative masses in this design, we will have to conclude that the acceleration is going to be the negative quantity. So the last equation on this page shows the acceleration on stage 2 is equal to minus the acceleration on stage 1 times is the mass on stage 1 divided by the mass of stage 2. So the system is coupled, and therefore whatever happens to one system in terms of force happens in equal and opposite measure to the other stage in terms of force, where stages are also considered as systems or subsystems of the entire system. The work that I am doing at Plane Space Design on this mutual force problem comes up with solutions like this. Here we are seeing one of the simpler solutions that are based upon principles and things that are well known and we understand how to work with. However, there are even deeper solutions that are being considered that are waiting for things that do not even exist yet. Some solutions require inventions to occur. Some solutions require new theories. Some solutions require us to dive into our inner selves to find things that do not have any basis in our known reality, but somehow we must find those things that are truly possible. Now it is time for some good news about our ellipse work. With these last few minutes, I want to share with you something that I discovered about the problem that we were dealing with in the last episode and the previous episode about Excel giving us numerical errors. I coded the most efficient equation that I could, and in that I mean that there were no squaring operations. There were only additions, multiplications, and divisions. And in doing this, I finally got the cell to show the number 0 and not that weird other arbitrary number. And now I have come to the conclusion that the reason that that error was occurring is because Excel was doing a division that did not result in the number 1 as it should have, but it had some residue inside the number and therefore was throwing off the entire calculation. The division operation is faulty in my Excel program. I hope that your Excel version gives you better results.